Alright, Captain, lay it on me.
Welcome to Foxtrot Plays Disgea 5. We're here with Gobblecop, aka Doug Mayhem, and we'll be continuing on with the story of Disgea 5, demons trying to take over, I guess, their own netherverse.
That's weird. I mean, like, it's weird to see, like, demons be power hungry. I mean, they're already down there. What, are they gonna go further? Whatever.
Gotta take over Celestia. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Which, apparently, is where angels live and hang out, but those angels are also shitty. They are not good angels.
Okay.
Well, as the story goes, you kind of get the obvious. Like, from the multiple games, you get the obvious of, like, oh, well, yeah, they're angels. They're up there. But then as you interact with them, you're like, those angels are shitty. Like, sadly, Floan is the most dependable angel. Like,
oh, really?
And she's dumb.
Okay.
And even later, she becomes, like, the archangel that's in charge, like, below God. And you're like, but Floan is dumb!
Okay.
So, yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's all it was to it. Just, she's dumb, but she's apparently the best angel in all the games, because she actually does her job.
Oh, okay.
Dumbly, but she does it.
Okay. Fucking...
I like her, though.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, like, I'm a big fan of, Izzy from Shadowrun Hong Kong, but, like, you know, she'll never be my friend, even though I fucking enjoy her company.
You're like, I love you, get out.
Because, like, she's so antisocial. Like, who is that?
Which, oh, that's, Nisa. She's one of those downloadable characters.
Okay.
She's from a different game, Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh, okay.
She is the representation of, what was it? Well, she's not the representation of the PS4, but I think she's in that area. Because she's kind of like, I guess you could say, the niece spokesperson, which is why she's Nisa.
Uh-huh.
NISAI, Nippon Ichi Software America.
Oh, okay.
So she's in Hyperdimension Neptunia. Most of the characters are all like game related. So like there's the four basic main, I guess you could say, women that are involved in the storyline, including Neptunia. Each one are based off like a game system. So you can go to one and be like, oh, you were clearly Nintendo. You were clearly Xbox.
Uh-oh.
You were clearly, like, you could tell that. So every little reference in there is off of a game world. And so Nisa is the representation of her brand in the game world.
Okay.
It's... The games are interesting, but I've never been just driven into them. Like, because I tried playing them, but... I don't know, the gameplay's fun. The story just didn't grab me, which is weird, because I play zanier stories than that. But that story just didn't grab me.
Dude.
Looks cool, though.
Well, dude, I'm like the same with some games. Hell, for the longest time, I couldn't get into, you're not gonna, oh man, you might hate me for this. For the longest time, it never clicked for me.
Where would you like to go, dude?
And then, it just did.
I'm not gonna say that because I went through that phase when it first started. When I first got it, I was like, I really like you, and then I left it alone, and then I came back like a month later, and I was like, oh, okay, I love you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's how I was with Chrono Trigger. When I first played it, I was like, eh. And then I put it down, but then a few years later I started playing, and I was like, I'm really starting to get into it.
Of the information, dude.
And sometimes it's just time frame. You're just not in the right mindset. And then that way, it's because, that's why I say, like, even with Bloodborne and different games like that, that's why I take those moments to take a pause, even if it's like a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, because I'm like, I'm just not in the right mindset. I can come back and do this. I'm just sucking at it right now because I'm slowly getting frustrated, so I'm not thinking like myself.
Fair enough.
He is simple-minded as ever. The lost demon general is
wait, does
feared
the
for
plot
being the
matter in
incredibly
this
powerful
game?
hunter
I mean,
of
should we be talking
Overlord.
over plot?
If we challenge
Yes,
the
no.
plan, we'll see
Plot
why.
does matter, but we're still at the beginning part, so most of them are bickering.
Oh, okay.
Like, when you're at a point that you see Void Dark on the screen, we should probably be concerned.
Oh, okay.
Just, he's heavy with the plot part, but the rest is them just kind of, as you can read, just them arguing about shit. Because right now we're just going to the quote-unquote first stage starting the story. Because I got through all the intros.
I'll make you kneel at the feet of the great Seraphina.
I think it's like chapter 5 when it starts getting plot heavy.
Okay.
Because all the main characters will be there at that point, so actual plot will start happening.
Okay. Ooh, companion zone. Oh, so, remember... oh, okay, I'll wait.
What happened?
You're like, oh, they're gonna talk. Oh.
Looks like the information about the Demon General being here wasn't wrong after all.
Not bad. But if I went at him for real, I'd super pummel the Demon General into submission! No problem. After all, I'm gonna beat the crap out of Void Dark to become the strongest Overlord!
You seem very focused on becoming the strongest overlord. Is there a specific reason for that?
Not really. Isn't it only natural for someone who was born in the Netherworld to want to become the strongest?
The strongest.
It's kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? The fuck was that? Like,
He had to think about it.
Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I was just reminded of something from my past.
We've found you, rebels.
Rebels? What's that? I am the Scorching Storm Overlord, Red Magnus! And don't you ever forget that!
do that double point thing.
So you're the one
Thank
that
you.
overlooks Magnus. You're informed that you're one of the rebels. We'll take you all down at once.
Alright, I'm moving the mouse.
All at once? Talk there.
The insanity has finally reached you.
No, it's just that the mouse
You're like
keeps
a moth
interrupting.
man
I don't want
to
to break the
As the
flow.
overlord of gorgeous Seraphina, my servants A and B shall take your life.
By servants A and B, is she talking about us?
Do you really plan to fight us, the Lost, directly? You must be insane.
We've received magical powers from the Demon General that exceed our normal limits. You guys are nothing but insects to us.
You should stop talking. You'll just embarrass yourself later.
Yeah! You got that right!
Sir Killia, you sure are great at taunting.
Obey or die. There's no other choice. We're going to execute you right here!
That guy.
It takes plotting to get them to fight. With my Ochi clairvoyance, I will check all of your abilities. Switch on! Geo effects activate!
Because when you gotta be a dick, and you're not even in the battle.
What a pain.
Right?
Huh? Geo effects?
You don't know nothing, woman!
She doesn't.
You guys, are you two seriously overlords?
The geo effects I prepared beforehand. I'll be disappointed if they struggle with this simple obstacle. However, it seems I must resort to using these vulgar cretins. This is all the fault of those who tricked me. I'll get my revenge someday. That I swear.
Oh, my vengeance.
See, I was about to say, like, the voice acting, super top-notch. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Disgea has always been like that. Like, because that's the thing is, most people look at Disgea and then they're like, oh, it's not my thing. It's not all graphically flashy and all that. It's like, everything else is top tier. Like, it just isn't all 3D modeling amazingness. But everything else, attacks, combination, capability of skills, customization, all that shit's still there.
Okay.
Like it's blatantly there. It's just, oh, you have sprite-like characters instead of a full 3D model that you're running over and punching in the face.
I gotta call that for what it, like, I gotta call BS on that, because, like, Streets of Rage 4 used sprite-based models, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what's been happening nowadays, is just retro gaming has become interesting to people, but at the same time, they don't acknowledge the games that have been holding that the whole time.
Yeah, I can see
Because
that.
you can go back and be like, oh, do you remember those Mega Man games? Those were awesome. There are currently games that still look like that Mega Man game, but people are like, oh, that's shit. I don't like how it looks. Graphically, it's horrible. But you're gonna go play the retro version.
Yeah, no, yeah.
What?
It's her. It's her.
Of course.
Shit all the damn time. Oh.
There was not gonna be a video and no Metalia. Like, what? The only way that's gonna happen if she gets killed, and as you can clearly tell, that's gonna be a while. Like, even at level 7, she's over there just like, 800 damage! Get out of my face! Like...
Oh.
That's why the moment I found out she was in this game when I first got it, I was just like, oh, Metalia? Oh, fuck yes. Yes! There's only one other character that's in this game that I'm super excited about, almost a little more than Metalia. And that's just Zeta, and I just haven't unlocked him yet.
Sorry. Okay. No, but I heard what you said.
Well, Zeta he's from Makai Kingdom, which is one of the spin-offs. But it was one of my favorite spin-offs. Like, the story, the music, I love, even to this day, I still jam to its OST. Because all the songs, they are awesome. But the point being is, in there you follow the main overlord named Zeta. And in the very beginning of the game, yeah, you're him, you're doing stuff, you get turned into a book. And the most badass book in the world. Book. No, if you leave it to him, he will tell you that. Because he basically, the game starts with him going to what's called the Sacred Tome. And in the process of going to it, he was going to check it, because it's supposed to always be accurate, it's supposed to grant every wish, all that. It can tell you the future. Well, he didn't know there was a trap technically set in it, because another overlord had written in the tome that Zeta was, like, dumb and retarded, and so he got so mad about it that he decided to burn the tome. But the tome must always exist, so when he tried to burn it, it backfired, and the only way to stabilize all the universe was he had to fuse himself with the tome, so he became the tome. Because he was dumb. So then the rest of the game is you trying to get your actual body back. So that's why you have the whole troops and stuff, is as the tome, you summon in troops and be like, go, do my bidding, conquer things, I need my body. But in Disgaea 5 as a DLC, unlike any of the other games, they fucking gave him his body back. Because all the other games, if I get him down as a DLC character, I get the book.
Okay.
But in this game, they're like, here, have your physical body. And your daughter, that I didn't know you had. So yeah, I found out he had a daughter.
Okay, cool. What the hell was that?
Oh, that was the Geo effects.
No, I get that, but like, why did the Captain Planet colors show up?
But that's why. Because when you do the Geo effects, you change the grids to particular colors. But if you clear all of them, they do a bonus damage, which is that last thing you said.
Oh, okay.
So if you get rid of all the effects on the field, you get bonus damage to the enemy. But if you don't, all it does is just change it and do what damage they're there. That's why they're almost dead, even though I haven't done anything to them.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So that's how the whole Geo thing works, is if you can't just flat out take on an enemy, if they're on Geo things, you can use that to your advantage and just knock their health down so you can take it.
Okay. Wow, okay. He was just all
Yeah,
fuck you.
I put him up there. His model has a high counterattack. So I purposely put stuff into strength and then just put him up there to be like, yeah, go punch him. Go punch him. He has like 3 counterattacks just in default.
Okay.
So you learn about your troops as you play. You start being like, oh, you're that's why with Ninja, as you saw, I wanted him to dodge everything and he was being an asshole. So that's how that works. You can work off of whatever traits a particular unit has, and you can either use it to your advantage or use it to boost it. Like Tenchi over there, one day will be able to handle things on his own. I always forget that's him. Also, we're gonna do Power Ranger type attacks.
I see that.
But that's what happens if you arrange your party members properly and you do a combo attack with all of them.
Oh, okay.
And you can do it up to 4. It's just they all have to 4 be arranged the right way.
Okay. Alright.
What are you doing?
I gotta see this plot.
Can't you tell? As you can see, they've been sentenced to a firework rocket ride!
Do you always do things like this?
Of course! They need to be finished off! As a demon, it's the polite thing to do. Red Magnus did this to all his Rudy-Poo underlings to punish them. For the Supreme One, who's on his way to becoming the strongest Overlord, this is super normal.
What kind of strongest overlord do you want to become?
If an idiot like him ever became the strongest overlord, he'd ruin the entire universe.
Stop! We were just following orders! If you're pleading for your lives, try telling that to all the people you made cry!
What?
Now,
Because they're part of the Lost Army.
off to the edge
Like,
of
it's not just that. I'm talking about the pretty.
Oh! Oh, well, he just suffers because he's there. That's just Prenny life.
The fuck,
My,
dude?
how beautiful.
I would have loved
Appear
it
to be very
if the
dangerous.
pretty just say that, like,
I'm
what the
starting to
fuck,
doubt
dude?
I can really use them. I was on my way to
That's not beyond them in other times.
head down a dangerous path. Oh, this is so stupid.
Prenny's acknowledge their lot in life.
Jealous of
I
my
get
intelligence.
that, but, like, still, that pretty had every right to basically say, what the fuck, dude?
They find the codes. Claim my
You're like, bruh, I just showed up, bruh.
Oh, God.
I don't even know these people.
Bruh.
That's the Prenny shortcut when he's too lazy to do dude.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you want?
My, you seem awfully disappointed. Did something unfortunate happen?
Yes, I'm disappointed about everything. Such as how I was betrayed by my colleagues and led into a trap. And on top of that, the only person I can turn to for help is a frivolous superior like you. How very disappointing.
Frivolous?
Wouldn't you just love to talk to your boss like that? You're like, you are useless. Give me my next assignment.
I would love to do that.
Did you uncover any new information?
I'd love to do that and then trash my boss's
I
office.
was bored.
You
Just know the next day.
Yeah.
Know the next day he's gonna be like, yeah, I got work for you. It's cool. I'll call you about the meeting in the morning. I saw you fucked up my office. I'll see you tomorrow. Like,
But what's really weird is, like, okay, and this is something like I've been noticing. Why do the characters like to punch the air?
oh, because they're aggravated, and you gotta get your stress somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing that. I'm just gonna punch the air and just like I can.
You never know. It might work. You might be at work and be like, ah, and then punch the air and be like, you know what? I feel better.
Ah, shit. What was that?
Who do you want to be?
What? Sarah. Kill ya.
What? Okay, there we go.
To be honest, Red Magnus wanted to do. You are really interested in his muscles. Yeah, cool. What, Circulia? is really interested in our beauty lines in my legs. Oh yeah, it has nothing to do with your tits? Okay.
Nope. Those are just there. Alright. I better get back to hitting the road myself.
Oh, wait, Killia. To obtain these muscles, Red Magnus has made a super lot of his underlings cough up blood. So you see these muscles? They're implants. Are the results of working super hard. I feel really bad for your underlings. I'm sure you forced them into it. You do not want to say something like that.
I mean, not wrong.
Ah, look closely, Killia. Red Magnus pecs. You have kids super move. Look at him.
What's the point of all this?
I want you to look at my pecs. Sir Killia just has to take a look at my beautiful legs, or even my cleavage. Told you, it was about to test.
See, she knows, but her legs are all out there all the time.
Yeah.
No, isn't there something more important we should be doing here?
What the fuck does she have to do? I mean, seriously, she is throwing herself at him. I mean, like, how could... Okay.
In continuity-wise, you'll understand why.
Okay.
There's a specific reason he's just, like, dead to her. There is an actual reason.
Okay. Alright, fine.
But, you don't find out till way later in the story, because she technically has abilities to charm any man. She, like, literally, when you saw her shooting those hearts in that one cutscene...
Uh-huh.
Oh
yeah.
My, your idiocy is beyond saving. We captured the Lost, but instead of making them give up the Demon General's location, you go and shoot them off.
What? Wait.
Shut your mouth! You didn't even try to stop Red Magnus!
You were doing something so idiotic, I was dumbstruck and forgot to stop you. I am not to be blamed for this.
Yeah, right. When you saw the firework go off, you said, "My, how beautiful!"
That was...
Cut it out. Anyway, it looks like the Lost have labeled us as rebels. That probably means they'll start coming to us. Not bad. Just as I finished saying that, here they are.
This battle shall decide if they are truly worth using. If they're defeated here, they're useless. I'll have no need for them.
Okay.
He's like, I will watch and make sure you do good things. If you suck, I'm leaving. That's always a weird premise to me in games.
What?
It's like, I must test you to see if you're worthy, but if you're not, I'm gonna go. So you're gonna just spend time watching me not die?
Yeah, right?
To decide if I'm worthy to not die later?
Right? Oh, God. Oh, sludges have high weapon resistance. Oh, yeah, because yeah, okay, that makes sense.
They're sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the game holds... That's why I said, like, the game puts all its efforts properly, because creatures that you think should have certain things do. Creatures that are like, oh, they should be high in magic resistance. They are. Like, zombies are weak to fire. They just are. Any zombie in this game, if you run up to it and look, it's gonna have a negative fire.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. But then there'll be other things, and then there's other ones, like the mages. The mages literally have a resistance level. So a lot of times you can run up to a mage, and they're not, like, there's no element you can pick. Like, you just... They're resistant to all elements. There's some that they're particular, so it'll be like, oh, I'm weak to ice, but there'll be sometimes you'll walk up to, like, a star mage. Star is not technically an element, but it is. So there's no opposing weakness to star. So if you walk up to a star mage and look at its thing to be like, what's your elemental weakness? Not any of these elements, because I'm star. So whenever you're playing the game, you have to actually pay attention to what you're taking on, because the game will have a bad habit of throwing little side stuff in, and you won't even know. But of course, that's Metalia, so I don't care. Okay. What, a zombie's gonna beat Metalia?
No.
I don't care if it's a level 99 zombie, they ain't beating Metalia.
Well, I'm saying,
See? Ain't beating no Natalia.
You little shit.
Yes! Yes! Oh, I love Natalia.
Ten, she's just back there buffing.
Fair enough. So you can only do 3 characters this round?
Oh, no, I can put 10 characters all out on the field if I want to.
Oh.
You can put 10 out on the field for battle at any given time.
Oh.
As long as one of them doesn't die, you can return them back to the base and exchange them for another person. But only 10 can be out there at a given time, with an exception in this specific game.
Okay.
There's a command in this game that kind of overrules some of that, but it only exists in this game. In previous games, that wasn't always the concept.
Okay. So, like...
But,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but usually you pick your 10 characters that you think are gonna work efficiently for what gets on the field. I just don't throw all 10 out at once, because if something bad happens and they all die, then it's game over.
Yeah.
So...
So why are you, like... Because this is the second pause, I'm, like, wondering why...
Oh! Text messaging.
Okay. Oh, for
Someone...
go ahead.
There's some moments where people threw me a message and then I answered, and then the moment of finishing answering, there was a moment of like, oh yeah, playing a game! So, as you can see, there's momentary pauses because I'm like, let me answer this, and then I get detail in my answer, and then I put the phone down and sit there for a moment, and I'm like, I'm playing a game. This game has been sitting here. And then you'll see me pick back up.
Oh, sorry. So, if you're wondering, for those who are wondering what the fuck is... Wow. Okay, another counter.
I told you, he's counter heavy, that's why I put him there. He fucks up anybody that comes to punch him.
Yeah. So let me fill the audience in just in case like nobody knows what the fuck is going on. See, the thing is, this is pre-recorded, but like Captain K also, because his work schedule is kind of weird. Like in the middle of doing recording. Like right now, I'm assuming he's getting a text from work because work has him doing some strange shit. So all.
Oh no, but I've had an email. But not a text.
Well, okay, but yeah, you get my meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta hear it. You shit. Oh, I love you.
That's your Disgea waifu, Natalia.
Yeah, I love how she kept saying shit all over. Like, she could be grocery shopping and like. The cashier's like, okay, total is 8 minutes. Metal Justice! Shit!
Well, I mean, it fits for her, because technically that's one of her phrases, you little shit. So you could be like, the price is this, you little shit! Oh, do you not have money? I'm sorry! But in her actual game, she's even better, because this is limiting, like, just a little bit of her quotes. This is just her most frequently used quotes. You need to play The Witch and the 100 Knight, and possibly the second one, because I haven't played the second one yet. Okay. And get the full scope of Natalia. Like, you'll love her even more. Like,
what's with the revenge thing?
Oh, yeah, when you get beat up enough or bad things happen to your team enough, revenge is where you basically go into a mode where you could use all your skills without any stat costs. So in terms of SP, you won't use any SP while you're in revenge mode. So in other words, that Metal Justice you see, yeah, as many times as she has turns and she's in revenge mode, I can use it, it won't cost an SP.
Nice.
So, but the other bonus of revenge mode is if there's a specific, like, main character unit, like for Natalia, she's the star of her own game. So, her revenge mode has a special technique. Other characters from other games have that too. Okay. So, if you... What the hell? Get out of here!
What the fuck?
Sorry. No, I was on pause while I was explaining stuff. And remember how in Hellpoint when I told you that, yeah, people reset on a time? Yeah, I was just sitting here and I was looking at the screen talking, and then a zombie just come walking into the... Well, I say it's a zombie. Oh god! It's a black hole! Okay, sorry, I'll explain that in a minute. But, sorry. But any explanation was I was sitting there and I was on pause while I was explaining stuff to you, and so one of those little troop zombie dudes just came walking in randomly and was just like walking up to me, and I just have to look up to the screen as he starts to swing his arms to hit me. And that's why you heard me yell as I dodged to cut him. And then as I was explaining things to you, I was going out of the room to try to go to a safer area, and I noticed it was a black hole, and I looked around the corner and saw one of those big-ass fucking Baphomet-looking assholes with a giant staff walking around, and I was just like, nope, 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 and I left. So... So yeah, sorry, there's process happening, so I was just caught off guard. I will include footage of him so you will understand.
Okay.
But yeah, that was just unplanned because I was thinking I was sitting in a safe area and I forgot that where I was standing was where monsters respawn when time resets. So when the black hole happened, they just showed up and they were just like, "Oh, you're in here." And it was horrible. It was horrible.
So, let me. I'll just. So Captain K is doing like recording Hellpoint as we're talking about like what. Because this has to be pre-recorded. It's due to the fact that he has a.
I'm working on getting a gaming PC as opposed to a PS4 because PS4 I could get away with live streaming, but in terms of us trying to both be on here, unless you have a PS4, it's not happening.
Yeah.
So, but I'm working on gaming PC, so hopefully at some point we can actually just do runs together.
Agreed, and like, yes. So, I just love that. She's like, wow, okay. Yeah, she's got revenge mode on.
Yeah, I don't have her leveled up enough for her full revenge to work. Because technically her full revenge is you capture all enemies on the field. All of them. But I'm not high enough level.
Okay.
There's some stats specifically you have to adjust to her so that she can be better on capture. On my personal playthrough, like not this file, I have her on specifically the capture team. There's a team you can make for capture that they have higher increase of stat on it. She leads it. Just specifically because when she hits revenge mode, she could just be like, "Fuck you! I'm taking you all!" And I love.
I love her so. I love her so much. She's all.
I was gonna say she's just so awesome in all aspects of the game.
Oh my god! So it's all like, you say like you saved me, Natalia. You saved all of Asgard from the evil frost giants. Shit!
You're like, oh, okay. The sad thing is, like, even in game, when she acts like that, everybody just takes it as normal. So it's basically like she just has Tourette's. That's she's just yelling stuff, and everybody's like, "Wow, I see you're really affectionate about it." What the hell? She just said that for like she just cussed at you for 10 minutes, and you're like, "You're really affectionate."
Claims he is not an enemy.
God! Imagine like.
Isn't our enemy.
Why not?
God, like Grimace will not do anything. He said he goes up to her and says,
You guys are funny.
She looks.
By the way,
Shit!
your fight back there was excellent.
Oh God, I don't need those two to team up. I don't know. I don't know if that's battle or if they're gonna unite. That's.
Oh my God! What if they did like do a fusion dance? Like if they did like a fucking fusion, you have like metal.
Oh dear God! I do not need. Eat a dick, you little shit. Like no, I don't need all that. That's too much.
I'm talking about fusing. So it's like
that's what I mean. Their phrases are gonna fuse together.
It's not eat a dick and eat my shit. It's shit my dick.
Oh God, no! No!
Right up. Right hand.
Even Gotenks has better sayings than that. No!
Well, that about does it for the greetings.
I do not need her being like, well, them being like shit a dick. No, that's too much. That's too much.
Know about the demon general.
I don't even know what their name would be.
I'm sure you have some information.
Because Natalia fused with Grimace.
Precisely correct.
What it?
You have all seen
Grimalia?
just how rough.
Grimalia? I don't.
Completely destroyed.
Maybe?
Yeah.
There is only one person who could have done that.
Because you can't be like,
One who is so powerful.
yeah, because you can't even really do the other one.
Demon
Yeah.
generals.
What? Metal Menace? Metal Menace is the is the closest you can get. Metal Menace, and then you look at them and you're like, there is no metal. There is no metal on any of them.
No, there isn't.
Such a perfect opponent!
Oh my god.
Rambling with
Oh, we
excitement!
have. Oh, this has been a good day.
Stop trying to act.
I can't wait
See-
to find out what
scared.
just went
Then
down
don't
with
come.
you. Just like
just go by
I
myself.
thought like I literally thought something bad happened and was just like,
said
nope,
the
it's
Supreme
with
One was
Hellpoint.
scared?
Oh.
Nothing scary!
It just caught me so off guard. I didn't have time to contain myself because I was just like, I literally wasn't looking at the screen because I was looking at our screen to go through this, and then I just look up and one of them's just walking over to me casually, like it ain't shit, and I'm just like, oh, this is a spawn location. I stopped in a spawn location. And then as I leave, I'm like, well, I'll just leave. And then as soon as I go out the door, I see the thing I've been avoiding since the beginning of the game. And it's just like, oh, nope, nope. Even now as we talk, I'm in a more secure area, and I can see him pacing down below.
Oh god.
Like, I'm not going down there. Like, I'll shoot him. I don't think he has range attack. He might have range attack.
Don't risk it.
Well, I mean, I'm on a roof. Unless he figures out how to climb. And I haven't seen any of them figure it out yet. Shoot him! You missed. You suck. Ha! You can't climb! I can see you trying! You fail, you fool! You fail! Anyway.
Oh, I can't wait for the Psycho Orb.
Psycho. Yeah, because when you heal, after a certain level of healing, they give you stuff.
Okay.
Yeah! You got shot in the back! What you gonna do? Sorry. I know this is gonna be all awkwardly out of context considering it's on Disgea. Also, the video's ending. So join us back when I'm not yelling about Hellpoint in the background of Disgea.
That was
Come back for more pretty knowledge.